It looks like you brought your own hat, Mahershala. You did? What is that? Thank you, Hall H. We'll see you next time. Love you. Thank you. Thank you.
What is good, YouTube? Warstew here, your friendly neighborhood Warstew. So what is good, YouTube? If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any videos. Smash the like button as that helps the video grow. So there is so much information going around the internet to do with Marvel, but I've got to ask you something. Why is no one talking about Avengers of the Supernatural? I don't really get why no one is talking about it. What are you on about, Warstew? You don't talk any sense ever. Well, you know what happened at San Diego Comic-Con, and no one really talked about it after said event, is Mahershala Ali became Blade, but then no one spoke about it. So we've got Blade in the MCU, you know. We've got Doctor Strange, you know, Doctor Strange 2, the perfect opportunity to release the Avengers of the Supernatural. And this is when the multiverse comes in. So Ghost Rider, it's literally Marvel TV is literally confirmed to be cancelled, confirmed. And then, you know, we could have characters like Man-Thing, etc. coming in. So you could also slide, you know, Punisher into the DMs as well. You know, there's a rumor going around that JON BERNTHAL is coming to the MCU. But we're going to get into that a little bit. So if you're new to the channel, guys, make sure to subscribe. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, I am giving away a Switch or a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X. So we're going to go over some story time and then some rumors and then some truth. So the rumor is going around the internet that Warstew is not going to be the next Wolverine. But I'm not really sad about that, because apparently JON BERNTHAL, if that's I can never say his name right. Apparently he's coming to the MCU and he could be the next Wolverine. Now, why I'm not mad about that is because he can grow a badass beard. So there is a rumor going around the internet that there's going to be a massive fight between Punisher and Blade in their own MCU movie in Phase 5. Then obviously Punisher is going to join the Avengers of the Supernatural. That would be freaking insane. So as we know, there's been rumors going around the internet for such a long time that Daredevil and obviously Jessica Jones is coming to the MCU. And this is backed up because I said it, basically. I said it. And there's some other websites stating it, but they don't really give any factual details. So I'm not going to give them any creditation because they're not really telling you a lot. So the latest rumor going around is that JON BERNTHAL is coming back to the MCU, but he wasn't really in the MCU because the Punisher series was never really canon to the MCU, was it? But what is interesting is apparently Marvel are making some kind of team with Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, etc. So why not have Punisher cameo role in Doctor Strange Multiverse Into the Madness, aka Doctor Strange 2. We have the multiverse, so you could have Blade come through, you could have Deadpool come through, you could have Punisher come through, you could have Warstew come through. That is the perfect opportunity to introduce literally every character for Phase 5. Now, why is Blade not appearing sooner? Well, I believe, like we said before, guys, Blade is going to appear in the MCU in Doctor Strange 2. Why does this make sense? Because he's already been cast since San Diego Comic-Con 2019 July. So he's got to appear really soon. So this is going to be freaking awesome, right? Blade's coming, Ghost Rider coming, Warstew's going to get a role, Punisher, Daredevil. It's going to be freaking insane. Now, we are hearing unofficially that they are building up to the Avengers of the Supernatural. So what are they? Well, essentially the Avengers of the Supernatural were a group of supernatural heroes chosen by Mojo for his newest and latest reality show. They were mind control into abducting the Avengers unit, or Unity, I guess you say, more like unit division, from the Avengers mansion. Once in Mojo World, both teams were part were made to take part in a reality show, which is pretty freaking insane. So that's a bit of a background, and then essentially Ghost Rider started rampaging through Mojo World looking for Sinner Souls to punish, and that is why I think the Punisher would be involved with this. Both the Avengers teams fought Ghost Rider in order to distract him and let him, cause havoc. And then obviously Ghost Rider, Blaze. It's just a freaking cool story. If you've not read it before, look up Avengers of the Supernatural. So that is what's going to happen, guys. We're reporting this. It's not confirmed. It's not verified. But I believe the Avengers Supernatural will be coming along because there's only so much they can do with Doctor Strange. And we know with WandaVision, Doctor Strange, it's going to get really crazy. There's going to be reality warping from Scarlett Johansson. No, that's Blade. No, that's not Blade. Actually, it's Scarlett Johansson. Actually, it is Black Widow. But realistically, if there is going to be reality warping, literally anyone can reappear in the MCU, can they not? Yes, they can. So Scarlett Johansson recently said she thinks her role is completely over, but we don't know. So recently, Jon Bernthal, I can't say his name properly, was at a convention speaking at a talk in Houston. And he opened up about the Punisher, discussed a lot of topics, including if he ever intends on moving forward from the Punisher role under Marvel Netflix banner. All of the Marvel Netflix shows essentially have been cancelled, and his answers were pretty cool. So at this event, he was asked, if given the opportunity to play a DC character, who would he like to play? But Jon's answer, the question, maintaining that he doesn't really know what's next for him, that he would be grateful for anything that seemed up his alley. He says, shit, I don't know. I really don't know. And I think a lot of people ask me all the time, how do you pick stuff? And what do you do next? And what do you play? There's nobody who comes up here and does this for a living that doesn't struggle for a long time. He didn't have a lot of doors slam in his face. And I had every kind of door you can imagine slammed in my face. I got a giant ass nose. And I got a big old floppy ears. People are like, it is never going to work for you. I remember going into auditions, casting directors, never even looking up from their phone, and they wanted nothing to do with me. That's hard. There's times where you go long periods of time, the phone doesn't ring. I know what it's like. It's reality of this kind of work, but the really cool thing is that great things, that great jobs, the great love, that's out there. So that's pretty cool. And also, the Punisher, Jon, continued by discussing how he's willing to go where the wind takes him, though. He doesn't state that it would be interested in playing the role. So essentially, he would be interested in playing the Hulk. I don't know what's out there. That's part of this thing I love about it. I don't know what's the next great thing, so I don't have my eyes on. I want to play the Hulk or some shit. If something comes to me and it's well written and it's with people I really want to roll with, I'm going to roll. And if it's not, I'm not. I don't have my eyes on any of them. But if something cool came around, let's talk about it. So it's very interesting. He continued to say he would love to continue playing the Punisher, perhaps. So it's awesome. I love Frank. I really don't have any desire to move on from him. So essentially he's saying he still wants to be the Punisher because we only really got a glimpse of the real Punisher in the most recent season. And like, by the way, honesty, y'all will know from me. They don't tell me shit. It's all about Frank. He needs to be portrayed in a very certain way. In my opinion, he means so much to so many people in the comic book community and the law enforcement communities and the military community, in my opinion. You don't just do a Punisher and you don't just do Frank Castle thing. You know, you got to do it right. You got to pay respect what he stands for, what it's all about. To me, if it worked, then I'll jump in with everything I have. And if not, I'm not gonna. So what is interesting is saying is he said that he would return to Punisher. Then there's a lot of websites saying that the Punisher's returning with him, but that's not necessarily what these reports actually mean. But you know me, guys, I break down the news properly. I break down these stories correctly. So essentially, to me, I'm pretty much taking it the Punisher's returning to the MCU, and there's going to be a big Punisher versus Blade story arc at some point in the MCU. And the Avengers of the Supernatural are coming. I tell you guys, you don't know what's coming. Marvel is changing. You're not going to have this kind of Captain America, Iron Man storyline anymore. That kind of stuff is seriously gone. It's done. It's dusted, just like Iron Man. It's dusted. We're going to get some hardcore stuff. You know, we've got Blade. Blade's insane. We've got Ghost Rider coming our way. With Daredevil, with Punisher, it's going to be freaking insane. And I can't wait for the MCU to get a bit more hardcore and get away from this PG-13 stuff. That is why Deadpool coming to the MCU in Phase 5, Deadpool 3, being R-rated, like Bob Iger said, like Kevin said, it is really going to change everything. And I can fully see Punisher, Blade, Deadpool, Daredevil, your boy War Stew getting in there from off of the roll. I can honestly see MCU getting a lot more credibility, because MCU loses credibility because it panders for PG-13. You know, a lot of these movies should have been a lot better if they could swear, if they could use blood, guts. Yes, I know Thanos erased half the universe, but just think, if EndGame was 15, it would have been much better. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know, do you want Blade versus Punisher? Do you want the Punisher in the MCU? Now that Kevin Feige is overlooking everything at Marvel, he's in charge of literally, and when I say that, he's in charge of everything, which either means the MCU is going to get very good, or the MCU will not be as good as it was post-EndGame. Pre-Endgame or post-Endgame. It could be better, it could be worse. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.